VEC continues to hear from viewers about fraud cases involving the Virginia Employment Commission. A Midlothian man says the VEC started sending him letters in January about a claim he had supposedly made and even sent him a debit card with hundreds of dollars on it. He called, emailed, and went online to notify the VEC that his identity had been stolen, but until we contacted them, he'd heard nothing.
Of course, the first thing I thought is that, I have had my identity stolen. What do I need to do? Is this a real problem? Or do I just ignore this? I really didn't know how serious this thing was.
Brian Eckert, a retired communications specialist who now works in a bicycle shop, would love to hear back from the Virginia Employment Commission. The VEC sent him a series of letters in January about an unemployment claim he had supposedly filed. He has never applied for unemployment benefits.
Well, I sort of had let things slide after the first two letters, thinking it was just a clerical mistake and would probably go away. But when I got the money card from a bank in Chicago, I thought, I better let somebody know about this. And so I immediately called and then emailed and then sent a letter to VEC with copies of the stuff that they had sent to me. But I haven't heard anything since.
The VEC had sent him a debit card with $400 loaded on it. After that, a bank in Maryland sent him an ATM card for an account he never opened. He says he's frantically put alerts on all his accounts and notified the credit agencies, but desperately wants the VEC to tell him how someone was able to open an account with no verification.
I'm going to have all kinds of identity theft problems. That's the thing that I'm concerned about the most, but as a taxpayer, I'm really upset about this. The money is just being handed out right and left, and nobody seems to be being able to stop this.
If you could speak to the new commissioner, Carrie Roth at the VEC, what would you tell her about what you would like her agency to do?
Well, tell her you've got a serious problem going on here, and now I have a personal problem going on. I'd like some reassurance or some direction about how serious an identity problem this really is.
Eckert says he hopes the VEC has some answers because he changed jobs last year and the fraudulent claim lists the employer he left last April.
How in the world would anybody know that I had left a job voluntarily, except that my former employer probably made some kind of change to their account with the VEC, that I wouldn't be contributing anymore? How else would anybody know about that?
I contacted VEC spokesperson Joyce Fogg this week, and this morning she said Eckert's case has been referred to the fraud unit. And Eckert did get a call from the VEC today and says he hopes that VEC employee can actually help resolve some of the damage a fraudster has inflicted in Eckert's name.